What's going on, real estate agents? In this video, I'm going to be walking you through the 3 AI agents that I've used in my real estate business and the ones that I recommend you use in your real estate business. You can think of these AI agents as like your AI employees. They're your AI team members that are all performing different functions in your team and helping you stay productive while also keeping your costs way down because you don't have to be paying thousands of dollars every single month for different assistants and employees. So if you're a real estate agent who's interested in AI and wanting to know whether they should be using an AI agent in their business, what kind of AI agent you should be using in your business, this is the video for you. We're going to start off by hopping into my computer and I'm going to break down each one of the 3 AI agents and then how you can use all 3 of them in tandem together. Now, real quick, before we jump into my computer, I just want to let you know about our school community that we just launched that helps real estate agents like you learn exactly how to use AI in their business. It's called the Autopilot Agent Academy, and this is an online community and education portal where you can learn exactly how I use AI in my business and how other real estate agents are using AI in their business. There is dozens of hours of educational content showing you exactly what tools to use, how to use them, how to set up your accounts, and we even go even more in depth showing you exact AI automations that you can build. We give you the exact templates so you can just drag and drop them straight into your accounts. We show you how to set up AI agents like the ones in the video that you're going to watch, and it's a community, so you also get to learn from other real estate agents from around the world who are using AI in their business, so you can see what's working, what's not working, and get help from other people who are doing the same thing as you. So if you're a real estate agent who is wanting to get ahead of this AI wave that is crashing into our industry, and you're wanting to future-proof your business by integrating with AI, then this is the place for you to learn. There's a 7-day free trial, so it is completely free to sign up. All you got to do is click the first link in the description below and in the pinned comment below. Okay, now without further ado, let's hop into my computer so I can better explain these AI agents. So the first AI agent that we're going to start with is actually the AI agent that I recommend basically every single real estate agent start with. So if you're just getting into, incorporating some AI into your business and you want something that is cost effective, but also will make a big difference in your business, save you a bunch of time, and really give you the feeling for the benefits that AI can give you, it's an AI personal assistant. Now, the reason why I recommend starting with this is because one, every single real estate agent uses an email platform, a CRM platform, and a calendar platform. So it can basically apply to every single realtor out there, but also it's very easy to understand because the natural progression for any real estate agent when you start to get really busy is you want to hire an assistant. Sometimes that's an actual, human assistant who's coming into your office and working there. Sometimes it's a VA. So you're hiring somebody from a different country to do some admin roles for you, handle your emails, things like that. But now, thanks to AI, there's a third option, which is having an AI personal assistant. And what this is an AI agent that has access to your email, your CRM, and your calendar to perform those actions for you that you would normally be performing yourself or having your human assistant do. Now, to start off, I always recommend just 3 integrations: your email, your CRM, and your calendar, because typically this is where a lot of your day-to-day business takes place, your admin and kind of back-end support stuff takes place, and it's where a lot of your time can be invested and your business can get bogged down. Now you might be thinking, okay, that's great. You have it hooked up to your email, your CRM, your calendar, but what exactly can it do for you? So hooking it up to your email, you can have it draft responses to your most important emails for you. You can have it read through your emails. So if you have certain questions about, what was it that that person said in that email, or what time am I supposed to be meeting this person, it can go through your emails and read them. It can also keep your inbox organized. So when new emails come into your inbox, it will put labels on their emails to help keep everything organized. And then the third and probably the most helpful part is it can actually draft your email responses for you to your most important emails. So when you're first building this AI agent and training it, you can tell it what your most important emails are. So maybe it's emails that are specific to transactions and clients. Maybe it's ones that have deadlines and due dates in them. Whatever you tend to think of as your most important emails, you can have the AI specifically look for those and then only write draft responses to those emails. That way it's not writing a draft response to, every marketing and promotional email that you get. It's only writing the responses to the most important ones. Now, why is this helpful? Well, because instead of waking up in the morning and having, 30 emails that you have to reply to, now you can wake up in the morning and all of those emails have draft responses pre-written for you, and you just have to go in and press send or, make a couple tweaks and edit it if you really want. So that saves you a ton of time already. Now, hooking it up to your CRM, Well, you can basically do what you would normally be doing inside of your CRM. So adding leads, updating leads, deleting leads, collecting lead information. So maybe you're on a way to a listing appointment and you forgot the address or you forgot their daughter's name or whatever it might be. If that information is in your CRM, you can just ask your personal assistant, whether it's through a voice note or a text message, and it will just get that information for you. It can also update the notes of your lead. So maybe you just finished a showing and you want to add that note into your leads file. You just say to your personal assistant, update this lead with a note saying that the showings went well. And then lastly, the calendar. So this is pretty obvious. It's going to keep you organized. It can read your calendar. It can check your availabilities. It can add events to your calendar, update events, delete events. Basically, it's going to keep your calendar organized and allow you to communicate back and forth with your personal assistant rather than you having to go in and constantly be texting and typing to add events and update them and things like that. So these 3 integrations alone into an AI assistant is super, super handy and honestly will probably save you about 5 to 10 hours a week just in like regular admin tasks, just day-to-day stuff. It's also going to save you a heck of a lot of money if you're at the point where you're looking to hire an assistant, because an assistant or a VA might cost you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, whereas an AI personal assistant, once you set it up, it's pretty much just the tool costs that you're paying from there, which is like $100 a month. And of course, the main benefit is keeps you organized. You're going to stay organized and not feel like you're in the weeds all the time like most real estate agents do. Now, the second AI agent that I've used in my business and I recommend that most real estate agents use in their business is a lead qualifying agent. This agent is basically in charge of qualifying any new leads that come into your funnel. So whether that's through Facebook ads, Google ads, through your website, or any other type of lead source, when that lead comes into your CRM, the AI can actually reach out to it, whether it's through text message, email, or even through a voice call, and start qualifying that lead. So it'll ask those questions that you would normally ask to help you figure out, for lack of better words, if this person is even worth your time, if this lead is even worth you spending the time trying to follow up with them and, figure out what type of home they're looking for or what type of home they might have to sell, especially if you've run Facebook ads where it's like high volume amount of leads, but typically the quality might be low. An AI agent like this can be super, super handy because it's just sorting through all of that noise for you. So if you're running Facebook ads at a decent scale and you're getting, 100, 500, 1,000 leads every month, realistically, only maybe a few of those are going to actually convert. However, you still have to go through all of those leads, follow up with them, see which ones are serious, which ones are tire kickers. And that takes a lot of work, but honestly, it can also really drag you down. Because if you're, following up with 25, 50 different leads in a row and they're all not qualified, they're all maybe not answering you, or they're saying, they're in a different country or whatever it might be, eventually you start to go, you know what, all these leads are trash. I'm turning off the Facebook ad campaign. I'm not doing Facebook ads anymore. It doesn't work. And that's because it's not that the Facebook ads don't work, but it's because it's just not really worth your time to have to sort through that many leads just to get one single buyer or seller. But if you have an AI lead qualifier like this doing the work for you, then you don't have to worry about that. You can pump in as many leads as possible and the AI will follow up with all of them, do the qualifying, and even do things like add them to nurturing campaigns for, long-term nurturing so that you can focus on the ones who are actually qualified and ready to buy or sell. So the way that this works is it basically waits for a new lead to come into your pipeline. Once it does that, it's going to initiate a conversation. Like I said, you can do it through text, through email, or through voice call. From there, it's going to start qualifying the lead. Now, this is going to be based off of the training that you do with the AI to tell the AI what you determine to be a qualified lead. Every market, every agent, every niche is a little bit different in what a qualified lead is to you. Maybe it's a different price range, maybe it's a different specific kind of niche in real estate. You can train the AI to look for these things and to ask these specific questions so that it is determining if that lead is a right fit for your business. From there, once it deems a lead to be fully qualified, it's going to book a call with them on your calendar for you. It's going to notify you to reach out to them and just, say hello and I'm looking forward to our call. And it also could add them to a nurturing campaign, like I said, which, not everybody is ready to buy or sell immediately, but they might be someone who's ready to buy or sell in 6 months or 12 months, in which case you can have the AI just drop them into a email nurturing campaign. This one is probably the most complicated type of AI agent to set up, in my opinion, because there's so many nuances when it comes to just having a conversation with a person and trying to qualify them. And you have to train the AI on all those different nuances and different scenarios of what somebody could say and whether or not that means they're qualified or unqualified, or whether you should continue asking questions, or how many questions is too many questions, all these things that kind of go into like a natural human conversation that you really have to train the AI on so that it doesn't sound robotic. But if you can nail it down, it is a super, super powerful AI to have in your business. Okay, and then the third AI agent that I think is really powerful for real estate agents to utilize is a marketing assistant. So this is an AI agent that has access to things like your blog or your website, your social media platforms, your email marketing platforms, and it can essentially do the marketing for you. So let's say for social media, it can actually create a lot of the posts for you. So if you're the type of real estate agent that has the just listed, just sold, pending type of posts, it can actually create those posts based off of status changes in your CRM, let's say, and it'll go and post those images for you to your social media. You can have it create carousel images of like a new listing for the different professional photos that you've had taken of that property. You can have it do market updates, like text posts for LinkedIn and Facebook of, updates on mortgage rates or on average sales prices or whatever. You can also have it post buyer and seller tips. You see some real estate agents do this where they have, kind of a nice image, it's a little bit blurred out, and then over top is a bunch of text, and that text will be like a buyer tip or a seller tip or maybe even a market update. You can have AI create those for you and automate the posting and the scheduling of it. You can connect your social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn and have AI intelligently do the scheduling for you so that it's not just, blasting everything all at once. It will post it on a regular schedule, maybe on regular days. That way you keep the consistency when it comes to your social media campaigns. If you give it access to your email marketing platform, you could have it send monthly newsletters, monthly market updates, buyer and seller tips. You can even have it, segment your audiences based off of the tags or the different information in your CRM so that it's sending different kinds of tips to different people in your CRM. You can even have it put together emails for like local activities happening that month in your city, or like, restaurant reviews and business highlights, things that really give value back to your subscribers. So it's not always just about, selling somebody or, trying to convert them into a client, but also giving them back some value and letting them know about, the concerts that are happening in your city that month, and different parades and fun activities they can do with their family that weekend, different things like that. And then if you give it access to your blog or your website, then you can have it write those things for you. So it can write blogs that are SEO optimized, write LinkedIn articles for you to keep your LinkedIn updated. You can even write articles about your local real estate news and changes in your real estate market, and have it send it out to different sort of journalists and news websites in your area, because there's lots of websites where journalists go to look for stories and look for sort of industry leaders to write about certain topics. So if you actually go to one of your local newspapers right now, or even a local blog, you'll probably notice that a lot of the different topics, especially when it comes to real estate, are written by someone who doesn't actually work for the newspaper. It's written by a real estate agent or a mortgage person or somebody that they've sort of subcontracted to write that article. So you can have AI write the article, but also send it to those people, and hopefully they'll post it on their websites. So those are the 3 AI agents that I recommend at least starting with, and you can always expand from there. But like I said, the AI personal assistant is the first one that I always recommend people starting with. But here's the cool thing is, these 3 integrations that I mentioned, the email, the CRM, the calendar, those are just the tip of the iceberg. You can continue to give your AI personal assistant functionality. So let's say that you really like this whole marketing assistant concept. Well, what you can do is you can just take all of that and then just essentially give it to your personal assistant as like added jobs that it now has access to, right? In the same way that if you have an employee and you start adding on some tasks and responsibilities to their job role, you can do the same with AI. So you can start to add on one by one different functionalities. So giving it access to your social media and giving it access to writing blogs and your newsletter and all these different things that will allow it to perform more and more roles. And eventually, when you get to a point where the AI has so many roles that maybe it's starting to get confused, this is where you get into an AI agent structure like this. Now, I've touched on this in a couple of my other videos, but this is a concept for what essentially a super agent would look like inside of your real estate business. So you would have at the very top, an executive agent or an executive assistant. This is the AI agent that you're just talking back and forth with. So you can think of this like the personal assistant. But underneath that agent is all of these other sub-agents, I call them, right? And these are all in charge of different things, like a marketing agent, communication agent, admin support, things like that. And basically this executive agent up here is in communication with all these other agents. So the reason why it's set up that way is if I say to my executive assistant, hey, I want you to email a market update to all of my contacts, it basically analyzes the job that I told it to do, and then it's going to sub that out to one of these sub agents. So then it's going to notify the marketing agent and say, hey buddy, wake up, it's time to send a market update to everybody via email. And then that marketing agent has access or integrations with different tools and different actions that it can perform. So this is like the ultimate endpoint of where I see the future of real estate and the future of AI agents inside of real estate is going to get to. Where you're going to start with having your personal assistant with the most basic functionality of email, CRM, and your calendar access, which is still very helpful for you. But then as you start to use that AI agent, you're going to see how helpful it is and how much time you're saving. And then you're going to start to think of, well, I would love it if it could take this thing off of my plate, or if it could start doing that thing that I do every Tuesday morning. And one by one, you just start adding a couple things here and there to it. And then eventually you branch off into having this sort of multi-agent workflow where you're just communicating with your one main AI assistant, but it's actually communicating with all of its employees underneath it. So hopefully that explanation was helpful for you. I wanted to keep this video fairly short and sweet because it's not a super technical concept, but it is a new concept to a lot of real estate agents. But with the right information and the right tools, you can get an AI agent set up in your business to save you 5, 10, 15 hours every single week. And you can use that extra time that you're going to get back to get more deals, service your clients better, go on vacation with your family, whatever it is that you want to do. I find that when I'm scrolling through Instagram and through TikTok, I'm constantly bombarded with ads of real estate agents who are trying to sell me more leads, more leads, more leads. But nobody's really talking about how can you save time? How can you get more free time in your day? How can you spend more time at home and have better work-life balance? Well, I'm here to tell you that AI agents are the best way to do that. It's like having employees in your business that work 24/7, 365 days a year, never take a sick day, never take a smoke break. They're just always on, always working for you, and they are ridiculously cheap in comparison to hiring an assistant or a VA. Now, if you want an AI agent in your business, then you have a few options. Option one is you can just figure out how to do it all yourself. So you can do all the research, you can scroll through YouTube, you can figure out what's good information, what's bad information, and you can try and piece everything together and maybe come up with something that half works and then troubleshoot it and then figure it all out all over again. That's option one. That's the option that I do not recommend. That option sucks. Option two is you can join my school community and you can learn how to use the specific tools to build out these different AI agents. This still requires you to do the actual building, but it does set you in the right direction and gives you the proper information that you need rather than you having to go find it yourself. Option three is you can book a call with me and my team and we can build you your very own AI personal assistant in just a matter of a few days. It's a very quick and easy setup. We integrate with your email, your CRM, and your calendar, and basically within a few days you have a fully functioning AI personal assistant that you can start communicating with back and forth and start saving yourself 5 to 10 hours every single week. Best part is it costs a fraction of what the first month of paying a VA would cost you. So it's like ridiculously cheaper, especially when you expand it over 6 months or a year. You will be shocked at how cheap it is in comparison to hiring a real person. But whatever option you choose, it is a better option than not doing anything at all. Because AI is not coming soon. It's already here. Like AI is here, and a lot of your competitors are already using it and getting that edge over you. So if you want to future-proof your business and you want to stay ahead of the curve, or at the very least just keep up with everybody else, then you need to get AI integrated into your real estate business, or else you're going to go the way of BlackBerry and the dinosaurs. So anyways, that's the end of my rant. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and like the video. It helps tell YouTube that you found this video valuable, and therefore it will show it to more real estate agents who can then get value from it. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video.